Oh, yes. Welcome back, buddy. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fantabulous, man. Fresh back from Chicago's Expo. I can't believe it. Had
Oh,
the best
man.
time ever with everybody. New games, new people, old friends, old loves. It
Yeah.
was great.
Don, you were balling on that expo. You were everywhere. Interviews, pictures, all them big names. You hugged them. You made video shows, live shows. It felt like for me that I was on that show. So I want to start by saying thank you, man. Thank you for all the things you uploaded. It was so cool. Thanks, buddy.
I don't know any other way to be, man. I was running nonstop all 4 days. Yeah, interviews, kissing hands, shaking babies, doing everything, man. We're
It-
doing giveaways. Yeah, it was
yeah.
nuts. Loved it.
All your live shows, it was awesome, man. It was just perfect. And then you hit me up. You just came home and you were like, Genghis, let's do a show about Expo. And I'm like, all right, let's do that. This will be a one-way show because you were there, I wasn't. But so much great stuff. Thank you for hitting me up. Let's just hear your impressions of all those great games. I want to start with Stern.
Yes, Big Daddy Stern.
Yeah, so you were at their new factory?
So yeah, I walked in their factory. The place is absolutely massive. It's the size of a distribution warehouse.
Oh,
Gare Bear was there to meet us. We got to take pictures at the beginning and at the end, and that was it. But at the end was that Elvira Blood Red Kiss edition. I had heard
yeah.
about it, black and white. I'm like, how are you going to do Elvira in black and white? The colors are great. It came out so good, sir. So good. I thought the
Oh,
40th anniversary was the best version of Elvira. Not anymore. This one may actually be better. There's 500 of them instead of 199. The price is cheaper, and that
yeah.
black and white, the cabinet art itself. It's not
Wow.
really a rad cow. It's just a very high end cabinet, just like the 40th is, and it doesn't get captured in photos. How vibrant like the red glitter highlights are on that
Wow.
cabinet, man. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it.
Did you play it? Was there anything new? New
It was
code?
it was non-playable. They had the machine turned on so you could see the
Okay.
inserts and everything. I leaned over the velvet rope and tried to scan in, but the scanner was non-functional. So yeah,
Oh.
it was a non-playable version. They didn't have any at the show. They had one for us to
Oh.
see and touch and take pictures with, and man, it starts killing it, man. I can't wait for the black and white Jurassic Park. That's got to be next at this point.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How do you feel all them 40th anniversary buyers for what did that cost? 25,000 or
Up to
20,000?
yeah.
How do you think they feel right now?
So the 40th anniversary is still a remarkable looking cabinet for one. Also,
Yeah.
there's only 199 of them, so it's still a rare cabinet. I think this is going to affect the price. I saw one listed already for 16,000 or best offer. So yeah, I don't
For
think you're going to
the 40th one?
for the 40th. Yeah, can you believe it? But
Oh.
people have been able to enjoy the 40th for like 2 years now. So yeah, if you wanted to wait 2 years, you could get something cheaper. But you've had that game to enjoy. It still looks fantastic. I mean, I didn't think there was a better looking games than the 40th. But now there's some serious competition and at a lower price too. So this thing is already sold out.
And you have the premium on the background?
I have a premium, and I have her wearing the
So
40th anniversary livery over here.
yeah.
I
Do you
dressed up.
want to get the black and white edition, or how do you feel about it when you say
So
it's so cool?
if I didn't have one, for sure I would have ordered one. But
Yeah.
now, if I could get one available and do a swap with a distro, I think I probably would.
Distro, just hit this guy up, man. He can help you.
You got everything you need, man. Everything you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Stern didn't have a brand new game, but they had a brand new version of a game, and so that was fun. Yeah.
I love that game. I mean, Elvira is one of my favorites. I really loved, and it just keeps on getting better and better. And if they put in some new code, something new with this one, because it's limited to what 500, as you said.
500. There is new code dropping. We don't know
Oh yes.
when, but everybody gets to benefit, even me. I
Yeah,
mean, I play this game every night. It's still fun. The gargoyles, come on, you can't mess. It's a classic. I love this game.
yeah, man. Wow, it's so cool. So you started by saying that you entered the Stern factory, but you couldn't film or take
Oh,
pictures?
they're very strict about that. Yeah, yeah. When we first entered in the lobby, the Stern, Gary Stern was there. Meet and greet, take photos and everything, and then we broke off into groups. Brian Eddy was leading my group. George Gomez was leading a group.
Oh man.
And we're just going up and down the line. This place is a machine. They were cranking out 3 different games when we were there. There were Deadpool Pros and Venom Pros and Premiums, and they have a whole second line that's not even set up and on board yet. They're making Rush toppers, they're making Elvira toppers. I mean, they're just cranking. It was great to see.
Dude, so yeah, they will be able to put out double amount of games
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
I think we're gonna go see more of these releases.
yeah.
These like anniversary dishes, additional LEs. So,
What do you
yeah.
think about that?
So, if you want a game, you're going to be able to get one a lot easier, and I think that's good. I don't know what the prices are going to do. I know prices are softening in the market, and so we may not see that yearly price increase that we have been seeing. We're hoping. That's what we're hoping. But if you want a game, you should be able to get one. And if you want a topper, you should be able to get one. I think the accessories be available. I saw pallets of the Elvira topper. It's been
Oh,
unavailable and like double the price on the secondary market for a year or so. Now
yeah.
there's like 3 pallets as tall as me ready to ship.
Some people are angry at what's his name, Seth Davis,
Yeah.
because he is just pumping out games. Some collectors are angry because their games' values go down. But
Mhm.
me personally, I love it.
You
Because
know,
this scarcity, like, people wanted to have an Elvira. They ordered, they put down deposit, whatever, waited for 3 years and nothing came. I don't
right.
want that scenario. I want
No.
people to, just like you saying, I like this black and white edition. I want to click and order, man. That's how it should be. And
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
a car, when you buy a car, you drive it 2 minutes, it loses, I don't know, 25%. That's how it is.
And if this means that they're going to do another run of, Black Knight Sword Rage Pro, I know people are dying for that. That's commanding a high price. Monsters, I think, is still
Yeah,
in demand. So
yeah.
those are games that weren't made in that many numbers because it was early pandemic. So
Yeah,
they may turn around and be like, here's another limited edition of Monsters. Come get it. New topper, new code. Here you go. I think that's a good thing. We're still not, required to purchase these. But for those of us that wouldn't mind getting one new in
yeah,
box for a good price,
yeah.
MSRP, that's something we could do.
Why not, man? Why not? So I think that Stern is looking on the secondary market.
Mhm.
Any Stern machine that goes over MSRP used, they're gonna remake it.
Yeah, yeah,
Tron, why
absolutely.
not? Metallica, why not? Just
Yeah.
just just make some. But what do you think? Should they make just like they did with Stranger Things, pro and premiums, or should they make these Elvira Jurassic Park 500 limited? What do you
I I
think?
I think it depends on the game. This black and white Elvira is something special. I mean, the red, the sequins carries through. They redid the art, so it's not just everything red on
Oh.
the play field. They went and recolored things to put the red highlights where they should be. It's just you got to see it in person, man. It does. Even in my own pictures, don't even look as good as this thing does. It.
Oh man, we have the premium just here,
Yeah,
making money. But I think the premium back in 2019 it cost about 8,000 or something like that. Still works perfect.
yeah.
Thousands of games played, rock solid. And I was like, black and white, it's nothing for me. But watching the videos and your live video, your pictures, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah,
All
that
right.
was great. All right.
How about Venom? I know you got the Venom. How's it doing? How
I
was
got
it at the
the
show? Was it popular? Did it have a long line? Is it holding up?
no, probably the shortest lines of Expo. Now they had the most games there. Their booth was huge, and you did get a special badge if you scanned in. But I think this year the Stern booth was the one I think I spent the least amount of time in, mainly because I was in line for Elton John and Labyrinth the whole time. Uh,
Wait, wait,
yeah,
wait. We're gonna talk about JJP
sure,
and anything else.
can't wait.
Okay, so but how about your Venom? Is it holding up? Because we talked about this, and you said like
Sure.
you want to buy Stearns, play it for some short time, and sell it, and get the next one. Get the next one. How is it holding up? Is it a good game? What do you
You
think?
know what? Venom's a good game. You know, as I'm playing it, I'm getting more into the modes now. You know, there's a mode
Yeah.
that unlocks if you do, you know, 3 of the doppelgangers during a game. My skill is increased, so I'm starting to see more of that now. So there is more code than I initially thought. It's not just, you know, run through to Null and then rinse and repeat. I've been through Null twice now. I've unlocked Hulk. I've unlocked Wolverine. And there's a lot of nuance in the gameplay that I didn't notice at first. It shoots well. You know, my personal journey with Venom was one I knew I wasn't going to have it forever, just because there's so many games coming out. I mean, I can't have everything. But I do love
Sure.
having it at home so I can just cycle through those games, build up my levels, and play it. You know, it's a really innovative approach to the code.
Y-
Yeah,
What happens when you unlock Wolverine? Is it easier to get Hulk then?
no,
What
you get to,
happens?
you get your choice to pick one of the 3 characters: Venom, Captain America, Hulk, or Wolverine. And then each one of them have different attributes. They have some different music too. So once you beat Null, you go to a screen and it's like, who do you want to play next? Then your level resets to 1, and you start
Oh,
over again. Yeah, and
oh, okay, okay. So
yeah,
there's this role playing element.
right.
Really
The
cool. And you sent me, actually, I want to show this to everybody. You sent me pictures of a great mod you did. I want to
Oh
share
no,
that with everybody. Does it spin?
look
No.
at that.
Does it spin? Dance. Does it spin? I don't know, man.
Yeah. So I added a spinner to the left orbit.
Does it spin? Oh. Such a cool spinner, man. I'm loving it. I mean, did you talk to Brian Eddy and tell him to code that spinner?
I did specifically that, yes, and he gave me a chuckle, and that was it.
I think it's a great idea. And you know, you place it at the left orbit.
Yeah, there's a spot, the gap in the plastic, it's perfect for a left orbit spinner.
Yeah.
Probably it was there at some point, and then they decided to remove it. I know
Oh,
occasionally because of
come
where
on.
it can deflect the ball if it hits the spinner on edge. So maybe they just didn't like
Oh,
its flow or something. But they left the gap in the plastic, and the bolts down there are there for it. So if you want a
okay.
left outlines or a left orbit spinner on Venom, it's fairly easy to add one.
Yeah. Yeah, you did it, and it looks awesome.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. That was Stern, and it feels like they're on a roll. It's going real nice, and I want Stern to succeed. I want Stern to sell more games, more success. Oh, I can't wait to get Pokemon and John Wick and Jaws and everything.
Dragon,
So
Jaws,
real
yeah,
nice.
it's
The
great.
next thing I want to ask you about is actually Jersey Jack's Elton John.
Yeah. So
Wait, wait. Before you get into this,
right.
I have known you for some months now. You are a Stern guy, and you were like, JJP, I'm okay, I don't need it. So now I want your opinion about Jersey Jack's Elton
Right. So
John.
yeah, we don't mind dad themes in pinball because that's kind of our age group. But it seems like JJP's been coming out with grandpa themes with Godfather. But let me tell you, when I heard about Elton John, I was like, really? Why? Why are we doing this? Why aren't we doing Gremlins? But God bless it if the game doesn't play amazing. And
Oh,
I hate that I like it. I hate that I like
oh.
it. It's like another game I've got to consider like this or that, man. You step up to the game. First off, both versions have radicals on them now. Both versions have color.
Oh, so nice.
Both versions feel like premium level machines. Like it doesn't feel like there's anything taken away from it. The CE is just even more over the top with a laser projector and
No.
screens on the
So
shots
cool.
feel great. The flippers are fantastic on this, and
Oh,
there's
okay.
nothing but chrome wire forms everywhere, and ball pathways, and some innovative things. There's one wire form ramp that just ends in a cliff, and the ball just goes straight to the left flipper. Man,
That
um,
looks awesome. I
little
love it.
animatronic Elton John sitting there playing piano, turning his head, tiny dancer, man,
And the
lines off.
dancing lady and the
Yeah,
LED on the piano. LED
it's
display looks nice.
fantastic. Yeah.
How about that upper right flipper? is it Star Trek smooth? How is it? Is it buttery? Is it really Steve Ritchie?
Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah, it serves. There's two different shots there on the left that you can get. I had no problem hitting one or the other. Like it felt good. It wasn't like rejecting like the what do you call it? The like the Bond upper flipper. You know, where it's really hard to get into that side shot. This one
Yeah.
was much easier, man. King of Flow is back. King of
Okay, so it was loopable. It was real Steve Ritchie. Did you meet Steve Ritchie?
I did. I was in line for Elton John. This guy comes up and grabs my elbow. It's Steve in a dinner jacket. Was just gracious, taking photos with everybody. I mean, he comes across like he's this gruff guy, but he was so personable, man. Jersey
I
jacket was
love
there,
him, man.
sequin outfit. You know, his chest was open. He's taking pictures with everyone. Ken Cromwell, what a great guy. Just
Oh, I loved
everybody
him.
in the booth was just like excited for their game release, and we were excited to play it. And there were lines the entire time.
And the flippers, the strength.
It's good, strong,
Yeah.
fuerte. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So Steve Ritchie did say about the flippers,
Yeah.
make them strong.
One of his stipulations was that he was going to come if he can fix the flippers, and that's what he did, man, for sure.
Yeah. So it shoots strong now.
Yes,
No
yes,
flipper
so.
issue. Oh man, that's so
Ring.
cool.
Viagra flippers, yes.
So are you considering buying an Elton John?
I am. I got a lot of games in the pipeline, so I'm not going new in box right now on this.
What's on the way? What's on the way?
A Stranger Things premium's on the way, and then Pulp Fiction, and then Labyrinth is also ordered. So
Oh!
you got to do this or that. But yeah, at first it was easy. Okay, Elton John, good pass, man. I'm good at my wallet's safe. I'll play it on location. But now, man, I had so much fun playing it. Now I hate that.
I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be watching. For someone that's maybe 8 months from now is ready to move on from it. I may pick it up at that point.
Okay, so just waiting on the secondary market.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can enjoy my unboxing videos and see in the meantime.
Yeah,
I think it looks killer.
Get this game on location. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want to say about these the Toy Story and whatsoever from JJP. We have a lot of games on location, and I'm telling you, Toy Story makes so much money. I mean, if you have a location, buy a Toy Story. I know they're cheap there in the US now. Buy Toy Story, put them on locations. It earns so much money. If I told you, you won't believe me.
It's not a bad location game. Yeah, I still play it on location when I go. I'll put a couple dollars through it. But yeah, Elton John, at least it feels like you can see where money has gone into this game.
Okay.
For sure.
So it's that trailer video. It feels pretty balanced, but I watched a picture from above. That on that picture, it looked a bit barren. I don't know what to believe because pictures can deceive you. But
Sure.
is it packed? How does it feel?
It feels packed. Every area's
Okay.
got a shot or something. When you see it from the player's perspective, I think that's how it was designed to be seen. So it's got that thing I love in pinball where you can look at the play field and you wonder, how do I get a ball up there? How do I get to this ramp? How do I get over here? And so you have to kind of figure it out. It's not just obvious looking at it that there's a left ramp or right ramp and that's it. The rocket ramp on the right. It's underneath the flipper, the upper flipper. It's behind a drop target. You get in there, a kickback launches the ball. There's rope lights that follow the ball as it courses around the back of the play field, swirls around, empties, come back to your flipper. It's fun, man. It's really fun.
Wow. So King of Pinball, Steve Ritchie, he's back. You're
Yes,
saying it's a great
absolutely.
design.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a well done. I love it.
Wow, I'm loving it. Of course, people are talking about the prices. I thought they would take their prices a bit back, but I think that this one will sell. It will outsell, Godfather in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm worried that this one's not going to drop down to $9,000 like the other ones, and so when I do want to eventually get it, cough up some more money. This going to probably hold value because I see it being a desirable game for sure.
Yeah. Ah, so good. I always said when Steve Ritchie comes up with this game, it's going to be a killer. And listening to you that have played and enjoyed the game really makes me happy. I love Steve Ritchie. He likes my videos on YouTube. I'm a friend with him. So congratulations
I
to
was ready.
JJP and Steve
I was
Ritchie.
ready to say, you know what, Elton John, that's fine. I don't need it. I'll play it, whatever. But dang it, it was good, man. It's good.
And I
God,
was like, Elton John's music, I really don't know it. And then I heard it on these your live shows and stuff like that. I know all his songs, from
I see it's
restaurants. For
better than
you
I
just
ever did.
know it. It's
Mhm.
I can't wait. So we're dealers here in Denmark. So and my brother, his passion is to show people what
Yeah.
they're buying. So he wants everything. So we're gonna get them. It's gonna be
You set this
awesome.
game up in the corner of your showroom, and it's going to be a showpiece. Yeah,
It's very flamboyant, right?
absolutely. It's a spectacle.
And
Yeah, yeah.
here in Denmark, we are a very free country. We have like a whole month of uh, Pride LGBTQ plus parades. I
Yeah.
would put one of them pinball machines in that show, and it will just be so successful.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah. It'll dance on
so
the
so nice. All right, my friend.
yeah, buddy.
Next game I wanna ask you about is a game I don't know the theme. I didn't care about the theme, but watching your videos, Labyrinth from
Wow.
Barrels of Fun. Tell me a bit about it.
Man, they dug into the well, man. Jim Henson, George Lucas, David Bowie.
Oh,
They all got together and they made a movie in the 80s, and it stars a ton of puppets. It stars Jennifer Connelly on a quest through a magical, strange world with weird rules and kooky characters. And my God, they captured it and they put it in a pinball box. Um,
Jennifer Connelly?
Labyrinth. Though she's not, her assets are not in there. You know, this is your adventure through the labyrinth, is what they say. I didn't miss her the whole time.
Ah, come
Characters that you
on.
remember are there.
I love her, man. She's so.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this, this game, like, you walk up to it and, there's not flat plastics in there. I mean, there are three-dimensional sculpts. There's a whole goblin village in there. There's a full
Yeah.
LCD screen on the back of the playfield, as well as up on the top in the typical spot.
Wow.
Both versions, there's alternate back glass, but both versions have an actual back glass. It's not a translite. There's one
Oh,
trim
that's
level
so
and there's
cool.
accessories for it, and that's what they got. So you don't have to choose between a cheap Pro or the nice version. There's 1,000 or 1,100 if they build them all, and you're gonna get a good game no matter what. The speaker grill is powder coated. There's speaker lights in it already. There's a laser cut grill.
Oh,
The art blades come installed, and the game is compelling and fun. It's a different game than Elton John for sure. Elton John is this big spectacle, this experience that you're playing.
yeah.
Labyrinth is a world that you're playing through.
So there's like nothing to do for you mod wise. It's just decked out
There's
for 10,000.
not much you would really need to add, maybe a little sculpt here or there on the slings if you wanted, but I mean, it comes, with plastic protectors and everything right out of the box. Yeah.
Wow. And you ordered it?
I did, yeah. Now I was sitting there FOMOing, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let it get to me at the announcement. And then by the end of the day, I'm like, I have a feeling about this. It might sell out like Pulp Fiction LE did. Let me just put $1,000 deposits down. Let me get a topper. So if they're in short
Yeah.
supply, at least I have one. And then every time I interacted with the game from then on, I was happier that I had one of these things reserved, man. The
Oh,
direct
that's
sales
so
are already sold out.
nice.
You can only get them through a distributor now, and this thing's gonna sell out, man. They had 4 games on the floor with a line at least a half hour long all weekend, all 4 days. They threw a pizza party for us with an additional 6 machines there, and
Oh,
the only thing I saw, there's a brand new company, right? So, but
yeah.
the people involved have done games before for other companies. So they know what they're
Spooky.
doing. They know what they're doing with this game. The shots feel good. The flippers are strong, and the
Oh,
assets from the movie are in there. It's a fun game. It's a world you get to play in. There's diverting ball pass, and
I
there's
love it.
some compelling codes. So, yeah, it's great.
I've been told that it feels and shoots like Stern games,
It
the
does, yeah.
flippers.
It's strong. Yeah.
That's the best thing, man. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
wow, man.
this is a game that you can just kind of casually just flip it, and your ball will just end up in weird random places. And call outs will happen, little characters will pop up, and they're fully sculpted, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, so go watch the movie if you've never seen it. It's available streaming. It's a fun kind of fantasy romp. And the David Bowie songs are cool. It's Muppets. It's Jim Henson, man. Yeah, and they captured it. They got it. They nailed it.
I just have to watch the movie because I made a trailer reaction video in
Yeah.
my, I also have retro computing community here on
Mhm.
my YouTube channel. And people that collect retro computers, they were like, "What? What is this? This is my favorite movie from the 80s. Where can I order it?" And I sent them the link, and believe me or not, computer people are that they ordered these games because they have no pinball knowledge, no nothing, just because of the theme, the love for this theme.
People
They
love it.
bought it. It's
Yeah.
so cool. Really cool. Man, I can't wait. It's so cool. Did you have a date on delivery?
No, no, no. And the 10 that were at the show were already spoken for, but there's one going on location near me, so I'm gonna take my wife down so we can go play it some more. They were saying that their first 150 games or so, they're gonna take a few months to get those out because they want to make sure they're perfect before they leave the factory, which that's great. If it takes a
That's
little
nice.
bit longer, but the machines are good and not having problems, not having playfield problems or anything, that's what we want. And then between the first of the year and spring is probably when they're really going to start ramping into the production. They're building these
Oh,
games in Houston, Texas, which is where they're based. And
okay.
yeah, and the whole team, I was talking to them, and they all come from a different industry. One person's an artist with NASA. He designs their space mission patches, and he's also involved in the game. There's artists. Johnny Crap did the art for it. He's the same guy that did the Jurassic
Oh,
30th.
yeah.
He
He
was
did
there.
Mandalorian also.
Yeah, yeah. So he was involved there. Everybody involved like comes from either another place of innovation or have worked on games before. David Van Ness was there. He's done a lot of work with Spooky, a lot of license acquisition. Super
Yeah.
nice guy. Like, yeah, these guys are set up for success, man, and they're going to knock it out of the park with this first game.
So cool. So
Yeah.
these games were up there for 4 days. Did some of them break down? How, did they just run?
Yeah,
Any
so
issues?
these were all brand new right out of the box, and so they all had little issues here and there, but they were all things that you have to adjust with a new in-box game. They had to
Okay.
align a flipper, tighten it up. They had to
Oh,
align a shooter rod, but there were no like major downtimes. There were no games that were just down the whole time or removed from the floor, and they were getting played
okay.
constantly. I mean, the line would never was less than
Oh,
30 minutes, and
so
often
nice.
more than that. And
Did you see what their board system? Is it their own board system? What do they run with?
I think they're using a fast system for this,
Oh,
if I remember
okay,
correctly.
okay. That's
Um,
perfect. Great
yeah,
system.
yeah,
Great
I
system.
didn't notice any issues with it.
Hmm.
You qualify the modes, you go ahead and start a mode, and then there's music playing and everything. The play field changes. There's fun little innovative things. There's forks that hold a ball, and then there's a spinner behind the ball, and then a drop target pops up there in the left orbit to trap it, and then you can hit that ball and send it backwards through the spinner like multiple times. It's
Who
fun.
designed it? That's the shot to the left side you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who designed it? Do we know that?
I think it's a
His
mix of
name?
David Van Ness and Bowen Cairn's input, man. Honestly,
All right. It's
yeah,
awesome, man.
yeah. We need a
Well,
featurette on this game now. I want to meet the whole team
yeah.
and see how they play it.
You need to make a show with them. But congratulations, you got one. It's sold
Yeah,
out. It's so cool, man. I'm happy for you. Happy for you,
yeah,
Don.
yeah. Thank you,
Next
sir.
game I want to ask you about.
Let's go.
It looked quirky. The cabinet. This ninja
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Ninja Eclipse,
Yeah.
Turner Pinball.
Did you play it? How was
I,
it?
I played it. I looked under the play field. I took the thing apart. I put 6 to 10 games through it. Okay, so the cabinet looks weird and the game plays
Yeah.
really good. Um,
Okay. Okay.
so they're trying some innovative things here. There's no coin door. The cabinet is smaller. They're developing an app that you're going to interact with the game. That's how you'll do the menus and everything. The idea is that you'll
Oh,
download this app on your phone, register your account, load your credit card on there. You can load credits through the phone app, and that's how you're going to add credits to the game on location, which I think is kind of a steep hurdle for people to adopt. especially if you're, at an arcade and you're used to just coming over and put $1 in. That's not something you're going to be able to do with this without some radical upgrades. The gameplay itself is good. Like the shots feel satisfying. Some interesting mechanisms. There's 2 scoops on the game, one on the left, one on the right. And you shoot the right scoop, it shoots the ball into the left scoop, and then shoots it up into the playfield to the upper flipper. Like it's kind of fun when it does that. It's mode
Have you
based.
played Circus Voltaire?
Well, yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty.
that do this that shots from one scoop to the other also
Okay,
real nice.
maybe
Yeah,
that's where I was reminded of it from.
yeah.
But there's a kickback on the left out lane that'll throw it into the scoop, and then it scoops and then pops up. So
Oh,
so that
nice.
that was fun. There's scopes in there. This is a small team that are making games. They're only looking at doing around 100 of these, so it's not like
Oh,
to try to sell 5,000 of them.
what are they priced at?
$9,700, which
Oh, come on.
I know. So and I think honestly, from talking to them at that price point, I don't know that they have much of a margin either. I think their bill of materials is probably too high. Because generally everybody I was talking to was looking at the game and thinking this should be like a $5,500, $6,000.
Yeah. Okay.
And it needs to have a coin door, and it would be nice if it was in a full size cabinet, so it would look like a commercial machine. And so
Yeah.
that was some of my feedback for them, and pretty much everybody I was talking to was kind of consistent. Like they want to see a full size cabinet, they want to see a coin door that's bill acceptor
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
And a little acrylic topper would be a nice little touch on it, so you'd see it and it would look like every other commercial machine. Because right now the shape and the scale, it looks like some of the home version games, or some of the VP cabinets, even though it's a full scale machine.
For about
Yeah,
$10,000.
yeah. I mean, you're going right head to head with new
Yeah.
Stern premiums even, and
If
that's hard.
they're watching this, I can tell them that non-people players, normal people,
Yeah.
when they go in and put in a coin in a pinball machine at location. Now, this
Mhm.
is something we can watch with our surveillance cameras. People do put in money and they're like, what now?
Yeah,
They don't know about the start button.
yeah.
So actually, my brother here from Denmark, he reached out to Stern and he said, please make a video on that back box so people can see, put in the money here, press on this button to play. And after that, Stern updated, you can see it on the screens. And
Right.
they also added this coin in instant start
Mhm, mhm.
to, yeah, on Stern games. So it has to be simple. It has to be so
I
dead
mean,
simple.
yeah, for the general public, like when you go to an airport, there's a McDonald's, and if you have the app, you can order on the app and just go up and get your food. But people will wait in a half-hour line just to order from a person rather than download a free app, and that's from McDonald's.
Yeah, yeah,
So expecting a casual person that just wants to put a couple dollars in the Fun Ninja game to have to
yeah.
stop and download an app and register their card and then add credits. Like, I think it's just a hurdle that they're putting in their way. And so that's what I passed on. The guys are great. They're very personable, very nice, smart. They're doing innovative things. But now they're getting that objective criticism. I think they need to put one in a full size cabinet, put it in location, and
Yeah.
test it, and then come back with numbers and engagement. So I think that's what will drive the sales. But it's not
So
a bad game.
the
The gameplay's
gameplay,
good.
the gameplay was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I liked
Okay.
playing it. Yeah.
All
I'd
right.
like to
All
go
right.
back. There's animations in there. I mean, everything else is there. But yeah, it's just in a funky cabinet that just right away is just an unnecessary hurdle that they don't need.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I saw uh, at the corner there were some homebrews.
Yes.
There were Beavis and Butthead, one of my favorite
Oh
themes.
man.
Did you play that one?
Yes, I did. I did.
How
Yeah,
does it play?
that was great. Yeah, there's 2 LCD screens there. The back glass is actually a screen as well. Yeah, shots are great. If that was my homebrew, I'd be so excited, man. Um, Yeah, you can tell they're still adding, more code and things to it, but it is shot well, and it's Beavis and Butthead, man. I was having a great time playing
Yeah.
it. Those
I would
homebrew guys,
love that theme. I
man,
don't care who makes it, just make Beavis and Butthead,
oh,
please. It
commercial
could be
machine,
awesome.
it would be a dream. That would be awesome. It was so
Yeah,
good.
man. And I think you do know who I actually want to design Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
Jack Danger.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Danger, man.
I think
He
he would have
would
something
make a
like that.
killer beefs about that game. So cool, so cool. Did you play the Ellen Ripley version of Alien?
I did, yeah. I spent a lot of time over the Pinball Brothers booth, and I had
Yeah,
played Alien before, but now I'm a better pinball player. So I went back, and it was like a new game to me because I was actually able to explore a whole lot more of the code. There's two codes in that game. You can play Alien or you can play Aliens. And
yes.
yeah, there's now new code and new scenes with Ellen Ripley in there, a new backlash. The cabinet art wasn't quite finalized and approved yet, so I think we still haven't
Yeah,
seen what that official cabinet art is going to be like. But wide body game
yeah,
loaded, two
yeah.
versions of code in it with Ellen Ripley under $8,000 right now, new in box.
If they can do it, I mean, white body, bro. I have to be sure. Code update, that's cool. Ellen Ripley scenes, that's cool. Does it have new modes? Is
I
it
don't
is
I don't think there's new modes because the inserts on the playfield were the same as the other versions. So I don't know that we're
yeah?
going to see any new modes in there. There's already a ton, but
Oh,
um,
okay,
the scenes were tied into those modes now, and that's what they did. They kind of
okay.
they went through and put that code in there. But I don't know if the code's even finalized. Maybe there will be some new mode, wizard mode, or something. I didn't quite get
Could
that
be
far with it.
nice,
Out,
man.
I'll reach out.
One of our aliens got precision flippers installed on them because I know some people are saying it's a bit wobbly with the original flippers.
Okay.
The one we have got with precision flippers installed, man, it shoots crazy. I love to play that one. Really, really nice. So
Yeah.
that's a highly recommendation from here.
It's got
Install
a
precision
it's a,
flippers.
a, a very atmospheric game. This would be a great game
Oh,
to play at home with the lights down low, and you can really just hear it and get into that world. Yeah. So if you're a fan of Alien,
love that
well,
theme. Also, the whole audio package of that game, it's almost unbeatable. I really love Pulp Fiction's audio package, but Alien, oh my, I think it's the same guy that coded both of them.
yeah.
What's his name, man? Theo something.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's escaping me
Yeah,
at the moment. Um,
yeah. I don't remember. I think it's the same guy that was there for the audio version. So
yeah.
so cool.
So
So in
Queens are available.
general,
They have a new Alien, and then Pinball Brothers has a new game coming out soon. They just weren't ready now, but I think TPF in March. I think we may see what their new game is. They seem very excited about it. It's going to be another licensed theme from what all the rumors are saying. Maybe another
uh,
maybe a European band. I don't know. That's what the rumor is. I don't think
didn't
it's
I
going to be
tell you? Just tell
Rammstein.
me
I
who it
want it
was.
to be Rammstein, but I don't think it's going to be. But yeah, maybe Ghost. If they got Ghost, man, how cool would that be?
Wow, man, it's so cool. I mean, I think 2024 is gonna be amazing pinball year.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
we're gonna
I
start with
think,
Jaws, and then we're gonna see Spooky's gonna have a new game, probably
yeah.
around March as well. They're coming to the later part of their run for Scooby Doo, and they're gonna need a new game on the line. There's more there's more pinball stuff coming, man. I don't think we're gonna slow down. I think the price increases hopefully have tapered off.
I think now other companies watching what Pinball Brothers is doing with this price reduction, maybe others will do it the same way. You
Mm,
make an anniversary version, something, call it whatever you want to call it, and just go down to before COVID prices. It would be awesome, man.
absolutely, yes.
I mean, you can see 13,000 for that Elvira. It's not a bad price compared to the 40th edition. I think.
Right. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
only
it's
it's a good game. It looks great. It looks so
uh,
good. Yeah. So if you were
like,
waiting for Elvira, this would be the one to get. And I considered trading in my premium that looks like a 40th, towards the purchase of this, plus some cash and
yeah,
get it. But
yeah.
if you've got an Elvira, toppers are available now and not for $1,500 or $2,000. $1,000 shipped. Get them from your distributor.
Talking about toppers,
Yeah.
you won a prize.
Sure.
Didn't you get a prize for your
Oh
topper, or
yes.
what was it?
Yes. So, as part of the homebrew competition this year, there was a
Yeah.
category for homebrew topper, and I have this Elvira topper made with two gargoyles with LEDs. I brought it, and it took home the prize. I won the best homebrew topper at Chicago Expo. I'm fired
Congratulations,
up, man. I
man.
want to go start working on a homebrew machine now. I'm so excited.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
that.
And that was fun. You know, I got a gold medal in one of the events at the Pinball Olympics at this guy's house during there. I was part of a panel discussion with my sponsor, Mad Pinball, just talking about, you know, how to recruit new people and bring them into to pinball. And I got a little recognition award for that. It was great. It was just a great 4 days there with everybody. You know,
Yeah,
it's really
man.
about the people and the relationships and shaking hands with Steve Ritchie and Jersey Jack wandering around dressed as Elton John. And there was
Oh,
a guy dressed as David Bowie in a cod piece taking photos with people. It was just a good time, man. If you like pinball at all, that was the place to be.
and it was so cool you shared everything live. So us here in Europe, poor people, we could watch and enjoy all that. It was
4 days was
just
not enough for me, man. I was going nonstop all
wow.
4 days. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. I got the live
And
stream
then
Labyrinth for 3 hours. Yeah, it was a good time.
how about Pulp Fiction? Did we get some new info? Are
Nope.
they online? Not
Who knows?
nothing. So
Nothing.
CGC wasn't there. Nothing
No,
from.
they had about 6 Pulp Fictions there, and they play great still. You know, it's still a fantastic game. When we're gonna
Yeah.
get them, I don't know. There were supposed to be some leaving the factory this month, but, you know,
Yeah.
it might have been 5, I don't know.
Okay.
And, you know, but,
Are you
big
still? Are you still? Hyped for it?
I am. I've got a standard edition on order because, you know, it was a fun, compelling game. I'll get it at some point. You know, I'm still excited. It's still a you know, a fun kind of classic game, a very deliberate shooter. You know, I was talking to an operator friend, and he's thinking, you know, putting this in an arcade as an operator for a casual person, they might not get the nuance of this game or what makes it great. But like someone who's seasoned or is really into pinball will really appreciate, you know, that layout. It looks classic, but it plays like a modern machine, just like Bond 60th. So it's like it's in that line, you know. So if you like playing Bond 60th and you don't want to spend $16,000, $14,000 for it, this guy's 8, you know.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's all on a location. This is '90s theme.
Yeah,
Very popular movie. I think it's gonna be a killer, man. I'm loving it.
it's a really
All
cool
right,
game.
Donnie. I
Yeah,
enjoyed this as usual. We said about 30 minutes, and I can see we're about 42 minutes.
I wish I could stay all day, but man, yeah, got to get the day
Yeah,
started.
time flies by, man.
It was about the
And
people, man. You know, Jeff at madpinball.com. It was fun just hanging out with, you know, my sponsor and just going around the booths, man. You know, Pinball Brothers, Rudy there. He's the guy that reaches out on the social media. What a sweetheart of a guy. You know,
yeah.
and Dutch Pinball was there. I got to talk to Barry. Everybody was there. It was so great. I'm looking forward to Texas.
Did you talk about Back to the Future with him?
Not a word. He wouldn't crack. He's tight. You could see the
Okay.
excitement in his eyes, but he was not talking about anything other than this is the Big Lebowski. Here it is, Melissa Coin Ticker. That's how you get one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're just looking forward to it, but it's
You
fair
believe?
enough.
I can't wait till they can talk about it. I can't wait.
And congratulations with your sponsorship.
Thank
That's
you, sir.
nice.
Yeah.
What you have been doing this for under a year, right?
Started in January. Yeah. 78 episodes
Yeah,
in now. We're live
yeah.
streaming. We're live streaming gameplay. Well, I do Facebook lives. We do giveaways. It's fun. I gave away 2 gift baskets there. You know, at the show.
Don is everywhere. Don is everywhere, and it's so cool. I'm loving it. And you guys, I want to share this with you guys. We all watched South Park, Mr. Garrison from South Park, and Don's name is Donald Garrison.
That's
So
right.
when he called me, when we are talking, and he called me when he is at work late night, he has his shift, and this guy is a doctor. Everybody loves doctors. Thank you for being a doctor, helping other people. But while we're talking, his work phone calls him, and he picks up this phone, and this very sexy, beautiful voice,
Oh, yeah.
nurse, she says, Dr. Garrison. It's so cool. Dr. Garrison, this patient has got this problem. And Donnie, he's like, can't you see I'm on a pinball talk on this phone? Just give him some more morphine.
Give him
No,
another
no,
unit
no.
of blood. We'll be fine. No, it's
Yeah. I'm just put the phone down and let's talk more about pinball machines, man. Don, I absolutely enjoy every time you call. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for sharing your experience, expo experience. Feels like it was the bomb.
Oh
this
man,
year.
mom.com.
So cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, email me, johnspinballpodcast@gmail.com. We interact. Follow me on the Facebook page because I drop stuff constantly on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got Patreon
absolutely.
subscribers. If you'd like to throw me a little ducats, yeah, it's great. Yeah.
What numbers are you up on now on Patreon?
Up to 30, man. We got a solid group of people. We interact, constantly. I put up a special episode again for them. They're getting mailers quarterly now. Those are going to be ready to go out in the next week or so. Yeah, it's just fun, man. Come get
It's
support.
so cool. I can only say congratulations this many times. Sponsor, Patreon support, and your support on Facebook is rising. And
the,
it's
the,
just,
the, the support I care about was going to Expo and having people come up and say, man, I listen to you when I mow the yard. Thank you for dropping, 2 to 3 episodes a week. I love it. And so I'm like, for sure, enjoy it. I'm going to keep it up, man.
it's so cool.
So don't
But
hold
you're
back.
a fan of Matt Pinball, but I'm a fan of Zach at Flipping Out. And I'm telling you, absolutely. And I'm like,
Nice.
Zach, he gives amazing support when he sells pinball machines. I mean, everybody's just happy, and he gives free shipping.
And he's not hard on the eyes either. He's not the worst looking guy I've ever seen. I'm just saying.
He is a good looking fella. Absolutely. Love that guy,
Very
man. So
attractive
cool.
guys.
So
Yeah.
cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Donnie, I'll see you on the next release, okay?
Absolutely. I'm there.
Yeah. And you
RETROCENGO.
were on your way to Disneyland, right? Or was it?
Yeah, yeah. And then I'll be
Yeah.
right back in Florida next month for IAPA. That's a new development. We're going to IAPA.
Oh, man. It's so cool. It's so
How
cool.
we do it.
Donnie, wish you a great day, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.